Well, more than 500,000 Victorian students are heading back to the classroom today, even though years 8 to 10 won't return until the end of the month. Mother of three, Elizabeth Tritton, has been behind a huge push to end remote learning across the state and joins me now from Camberwell in Melbourne. Liz, lovely to have you on the show this morning. Your kids are heading back to school today. You must be relieved.
Yeah, I am. Thanks for having me, Ali. Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted that they're going back to school. I'm not going to pretend that I'm grateful that we've been thrown a bone. I think they should have been back at school a long time ago, and I think we still need to be very disturbed and very upset at what's gone on in this state, and I certainly am, and I think what we've done to our children is wrong. And the fact that our years 8 to 10 aren't going back is just unexplainable. It doesn't make sense, and it's wrong. They're such a vulnerable group. We've just signalled that we don't care about them. They're a low priority, and I think that's really sad.
And by vulnerable, you're talking, of course, about their mental health well-being. We've heard lots of arguments about how difficult that has been. But this staged return the reason for it is to make it safer to ensure the virus doesn't spread. Is that not a fair argument?
Yeah, I don't think that we have enough information on that, and that's been the criticism all along. It really doesn't make sense now if you think about our example against other states, but also internationally. There's less than, average case less than 10. We've got cases in the low teens. There's 17 people in hospital, yet we've just extended the state of disaster. So originally we said that it was going to be back on the 26th. We hope that's still okay. But it's just signalling that that's a cohort that's not important. We'll just leave you behind because we can't organise ourselves around some of the basic things that we need to around this state. And I think that's wrong. And I hope those children know that we as parents, there are many parents and many teachers that have signed our petition, dozens of petitions now that do care, really do care about those kids, and we hope that they do get back to school.
I mean, 7 months without proper schooling, it is such a slog, isn't it? How far behind do you think students in Victoria will be academically compared to other states?
Yeah, well, I don't think we know, and because this has been one great big experiment, and I think as parents and teachers we need to be vigilant about that. And I would say to the 8 to 10s, when you get back to school, go back, learn about what's gone on and make sure that this never happens again, because what's happened is really wrong. And I think as parents we should be angry, our students should be angry, and I think we need to, and I would hope that there would be some long-term research into the difference. We've got a pretty big data set that have missed out on a lot of face-to-face learning, and then we've got other states where we've had 4 weeks of face-to-face learning as opposed to 6 months. So I think we've got a pretty big data set, and we should be looking at doing proper research into this, and all resources should be made available to get these kids and catch them up.
It's not just schooling, of course, too. Sports, they're still off the cards.
Sports are still off the cards, and that's such an important part of community. It's such an important part of what we do. Small business, that they play such an important part in community sports as well, and we've disregarded them. Community sports really, really important, and we're coming into the summer, and there's so many children, and particularly in that 8 to 10 group, that sport may be their thing, and they've missed a year of that, and that has an incredible impact on them. It's not just about the academics, it's about physical well-being, sport, thinking about things that other than just academics, socialisation. It's really been a tragedy, and I think as a citizen of Victoria and parents, we should be really, really cross at what's gone on.
Yeah, and I can hear your frustration this morning, Liz. Hopefully we do get all kids back by the end of October. It's been an incredibly tough year, and hopefully they can all catch up. Thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. Thanks.